Hello and welcome back to Gamers Remorse. Today we're going to be playing movie mashups. Unfortunately, we weren't all able to get together for this. We're trying to do it on a short wire here, I guess. Movie Mashups is a game by William Meyer of the company Movie Mashups LLC. It is an independent game that's based off of movie trivia. But there's a bit of a twist to this game in that you are given a plot summary that is two movies woven together. So you might get a clue about Dirty Harry and Harry Potter, and you have to figure out what's the name of each of those movies and then try and combine the name of the movie. If you get only one of the movies correct, you get 1 point. If you get the other movie, obviously, you get a point. And then if you get the name of the movie, you get another point. So that's 3 points per card. Okay, so it's also played in teams, ideally, because some of the movies are a little bit more difficult to get, and trivia games are just better done in groups. So it's recommended that you play in teams of 4. We think we're smarter than that, so we're doing teams of 2. If one team isn't able to get all 3 components, the other team has a chance of stealing the card if they can get the other components on it. Again, the card ends up being 3 points. In addition, there is another rule that allows you to get bonus points if you can get combos of cards. So let's say you get 3 movies all starring one particular star. Let's say Kevin Bacon of, 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon fame. You can get an extra bonus point for that. Or you could do Keanu Reeves or whoever else. Also, if you get 3 in a genre, you could also get a bonus point for that. So action would be another one, drama, whatever. Provided that, I think we should pair off and start the game. Brian has a list of questions, and I also have a list of questions. So with that, Brian, who's on your team?
I have Ben Woods, movie knowledge extraordinaire, or not. And we are ready to school some people in needless knowledge movie trivia. Sure. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I am Sean Howard, of course, co-host here of Gamers Remorse. I've been on every one of them, so you guys know me. And with me is that guy.
I'm Ian Michael Daniel Bagging Sauce. You can just call me by my initials. I'm BB.
So Sean and IMDb versus us.
Good match.
There you go.
Flip it. We'll call it in the air.
All right.
And I say we. I mean Ben. Call it.
Tails.
It is Tails.
Tails never
See
fails.
that? It's like there was a little mustache on it. What?
This cult classic is about reality TV star. Its star is unaware that she is on camera and has been since her birth. When she decided to leave the movie set, she encounters resistance. She eventually escapes and hitchhikes to Las Vegas. After a series of humiliations, she climbs her way to the top bill in The Goddess.
That's that Jim Carrey movie. Is the one.
Truman Showgirls.
Wait, what was that, Eric?
Truman Showgirls.
It was Truman Showgirls.
Wow. Well done, Eric. So, I forgot this little rule as well. You get 1 minute to answer, so we should probably have some sort of stopwatch on that. In a world where the sequel picks up a few years after the last movie, the gang is rising Mary, a pampered Cocker Spaniel who is taken to England by the ex and falls for a lovable nut from the wrong side of the track. You want me to repeat that, not in a goofy voice?
Yes, please.
The sequel picks up a few years after the last movie. The gang is raising Mary, a pampered Cocker Spaniel, who is taken to England by the ex and falls for a lovable mutt from the wrong side of the tracks.
Wow.
Started.
Time is running. So it's a rom-com, some form of romantic comedy. That's all I got. You're open.
I love that.
You're a little bit close on the rom-com, but think more kids movie in that arena.
All right. I mean, it has dogs.
Yeah.
What movies have dogs? 101 Dalmatians? Are we getting close?
You're getting closer.
Somewhat.
Oh wait, what's the one with the dogs and the noodle?
The noodle?
Like they're both eating the noodle.
Oh, Lady and the Tramp.
All right, so I'm guessing is that part of it?
That is one of them. Yep.
Lady and the Tramp.
All right. We're better at this than we thought.
How much time is there right now?
There's 10 seconds.
10
left.
seconds.
Oh,
No.
okay. Sorry.
Lady. I don't remember the rest of the.
Tramp or lady, one of those two words is the connector.
The sequel picks up a few years after the last movie.
Yeah,
The
it's fine.
gang is raising Mary. Oh, okay. So now our team has a chance to steal it, but I can't, obviously, because I read it. So Eric can steal it by himself. He also has 1 minute. He knows that half the answer is Lady and the Tramp.
Yes. No, go through it again.
Yeah, the sequel picks up a few years after the last movie. The gang is raising Mary, a pampered Cocker Spaniel, who's taken to England by the ex and falls for a lovable mutt from the wrong side of the tracks.
Does he have a time limit?
Yeah, I have 30 seconds left.
Okay.
Nope.
Tough one. What's weird is it's a sequel, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, was that time?
Close enough.
Okay. It was 3 men and a lady and the tramp.
Oh.
So it was 3 men and a lady.
Yeah, I
And
haven't.
3 men and a baby.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
So this is kind of like Wheel of Fortune before and after.
Brendan Fraser stars in this hilarious kids movie. He grew up in the jungle making friends with every animal when a civilized group finds him. He leaves the jungle to live in England, taking with him his best friend Abe, who is interested in everything. They just need to beware of Shere Khan, who plots their demise.
George of the Jungle Book.
Tarzan, Jungle Book, something?
Wait,
Yeah.
well, Eric, what did you
George of the Jungle Book.
It's close.
It's Tarzan something, right?
No, it's George of the Jungle.
He was the George of the Jungle? Okay.
Yes.
George in the Jungle Book.
You guys are so close, it's scary.
Literally, yes.
George of the Jungle Book?
I think Joker's timer. You know what? Should we give it to him? We're going to be nice. You
I
owe
saw
us
the
one.
answer,
Yeah,
guys.
you owe us one. But it's Curious George of the Jungle Book.
So it's 3.
Because it's
Oh.
Curious George.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you had it right because it says any 2 of the 3 movies, and I ignored to read that part. So you didn't have it.
Woohoo! Alright. Jim Carrey, here you go, you got an actor.
Okay.
Jim
okay.
Carrey
So it has a
stars
mask.
in... Yep, Jim Carrey stars in this heartbreaking movie set in a concentration camp during World War II. He attempts to give hope to the other prisoners, but eventually comes under scrutiny by the Gestapo. I can't picture Jim Carrey in a
I
World
wish
War
this was a real movie.
I know.
It
So, I
would be
mean-
horrible.
So World War II, I'm thinking Schindler's List.
Yeah, that's my first thought.
So how can we tie a Jim Carrey movie into that? Because clearly it won't be The Mask, not Ace Ventura. They already had Truman.
So,
Eric
Not
worries me.
Schindler's
Like he looks
List.
like he knows it.
it's not
No.
Schindler's List. So I'm going to go ahead and
It's not
give you
Schindler's
that.
List.
What,
Not
what-
Schindler's List.
it's not Schindler's List. Wow. There goes my knowledge of World War II.
What other
movies.
movies was he in the World War II?
Well, no, he might not have been in a World War II movie.
Oh.
But there's another World War II movie with this.
You guys are allowed to ask if that's the movie before
Okay.
the time is up.
Okay,
That way
well,
it
we
helps
have
you
10
We got
seconds.
10 seconds.
You have 10
All right.
seconds. Wow.
This is a tough one. Jacob the Liar Liar.
Oh.
Liar, liar.
Yeah, so Jacob the Liar was a movie with Robin Williams. I don't know if you guys remember that. Yep.
I didn't know that.
So,
Okay, well, are you guys ready
all right,
for...
so 0 points that round.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Just turn
Lay
it
it
off.
on us.
I know this one, which saddens me because I was able to guess it and it's not ours. Then you don't get to You're our second chance.
Oh.
All right. Magneto, played by Edward Norton, tries to prevent Xavier from going down the same path that he did in this movie about race relations. Would you like that again?
Well, obviously one of it's X-Men.
American History X-Men or something like that?
20 seconds and you got it.
yeah.
Is that right?
That was right.
Boom! Pound it!
No, don't pound it.
Alright, the first sequel to the popular science fiction franchise, picking up from where the last movie left off, Michael J. Fox is training with a mysterious master in the swamp to develop his psychic powers, until Christopher Lloyd shows up in a time machine to tell him that he needs to return to the past to undo the damage done by his previous visit.
Alright, so we know that it's Star Wars Episode 5, but we don't know what the other one is.
Christopher Lloyd, time machine.
I'm
You can stop there.
Come
So,
on.
it's one of a series. That doesn't help me because I'm guessing it's the subtitle.
Alright, so shows up in a time machine to tell him that he needs to return to the past to undo the damage done by his previous visit.
So it's one of the Return to the Futures.
Back to the Futures.
Back to the Future.
Return to the-
you're killing me, Smalls. Alright, so now let's see. So we have, what was the episode 5? Episode 4 was New Hope. Episode 6 was Return of the Jedi.
Fifth one.
Episode 5 was
4, 3, 2,
Empire.
Empire Strikes
One.
Back.
Yeah.
To the Future 2.
time.
Yeah, you got it. Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Part 2. Alright.
In this musical dramedy, Sam, a fast-talking car salesman, is called home suddenly to put his father's estate in order. When he returns, he learns a secret that turns his life upside down. Leprechauns are real, and whatever you do, don't use more wishes than you have.
Leprechaun.
No.
It's not Leprechaun?
Nope.
I'm the Leprechaun. Alright.
Death of a Salesman?
Nope.
Maybe. Well, can you reread it real quick?
Alright, in this musical dramedy, Sam, a fast-talking car salesman, is called home suddenly to put his father's estate in order. When he returns, he learns a secret that turns his life upside down. Leprechauns are real, and whatever you do, don't use more wishes than you have.
Death of a Leprechaun.
And time.
I honestly don't even know, so I'm not even gonna try to guess.
I'm gonna try. Darby O'Gill and the Little People Like Us.
What?
Okay.
2 movies
Alright.
I've never.
Yeah.
It was fair that we got a stomper though, Eric, so that's fair. This movie, told in flashback, is about a reclusive American officer who has mental issues. He decides to leave his apartment in the company of an inner-city student to seek out his childhood sweetheart, Jenny.
So Forrest Gump.
Yeah, first
one of them.
Yeah.
I should say, is Forrest Gump one of them?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So it ends or starts with Forrest or Gump.
Can you read it again? Really fast.
Finding
this
Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Nailed it.
Nice.
So that was awkward. It would seem that after fighting technology for so long, it finally came at a price. We lost the second half of the footage that we recorded of us playing and the review portion of the video. For that, I apologize. But to keep things concise, I will provide a quick review that summarizes our review we had before it was lost. First, the game is very social. As we are gamers that love in-depth RPGs and our new mechanics monkeys, this was a spin on a classic movie trivia game that brought back some of the social elements that we don't have in a lot of the games we play. That said, we liked it a lot. It was different enough to keep us interested, and social enough that I actually brought it out to eat one night, and promptly lost it. I would feel incredibly awkward bringing a game like Catan or Magic the Gathering out to eat, but this game seemed to fit in perfectly with a casual conversation. So how did it score? Quality of components, 1 out of 2. The components were cards. They weren't particularly well designed, but they suited their purpose. Nothing was taken away, but nothing extra was given. If the designer were to embellish the cards with the golden era of Hollywood motifs, it would certainly bring about a theme that was lacking. Good balance of skill to luck, 1 out of 1. You can't fake intelligence. There was some luck with different movie titles, but overall, you had to know it or you didn't. Analysis paralysis, 1 out of 1. You have 1 minute to answer. Not a lot of wiggle room there for delaying the game for ridiculous periods of time. Theme, 0.5 out of 2. The words were there. I could tell that the theme was movies, but I needed more. Thrill vs. competitive, 1 out of 2. Towards the end of the game, it became more of a dead heat on who would take it. There wasn't a whole lot of thrill in the beginning. It was just casual conversation. Was it fun? Yeah, it was. 2 out of 2. Overall, we ranked the game a 6.5 out of 10 due to its party game nature and for its ability to keep our attention for a long span of time. The idea is good, and overall we like it. If the designer would up his graphics on the cards and the box art, we think that would add a lot to the overall theme of the game.
I'm just over here to drink wine, so I don't know what's happening. Yes. This is my movie critic mustache, by the way.
It's very professional.
It's very professional. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.